Alright guys, so it's actually official. We have the actual date for when the actual live stream, try saying actual 40 times in a sentence, but we have the date for when the live stream is actually going to be dropping for the 7th anniversary. There's actually a lot of different live streams that are dropping. I mean, there's like 50 of these like Chaldea radio broadcast things. These are all like really neat if you want to see like what the voice actors think about things, like how the game is kind of run, and get little deets about the game just here and there. But this is actually going to be the big money live stream that everybody cares about. And in fact, I'm going to be streaming this stream, like I'm going to be reacting to it on my own stream, which is linked down in the description down below. And as you guys can see, it's going to be live in 2 days. For me, it's July 31st at 2:15 a.m. I will be live a little bit before the live stream goes live, and you know, that way people can kind of get in there and everything. And yeah, we'll watch the stream together, and we'll either mauled or cry or laugh and rejoice over whatever is announced. Now, at least what you can expect from the 7th anniversary live stream is the actual main 7th anniversary servant, and we really have no idea who this is going to be. I mean, year 5 we had it kind of easy because the logo for year 5 literally was just Castoria, so we were like, oh, we're going to be getting some caster version of Artoria, I guess, and boom, we got Castoria. Year 6 was a little more dubious because it was faux, and people were like, maybe that's Koyanskaya, maybe we're getting like a Merlin thing, maybe it means we're getting something in regards with like Cathpalug, you know, the beast. You know, it was a little more confusing, it was a little more dubious. This is just like, I'm sure it'll be obvious as soon as we see who the servant is, but it's like, I've heard everything from like Wotamine to Rasputin to like something in regards to Lost Belt 7 to like Grand Saber Arthur, right? Like, I have heard literally everything, right? The speculations are all over the place because it's like, what does the shield and the 2 gold branches mean? And it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, because the speculations are so vast, I'm just not even throwing my hat in the ring. I'm like, you know what? As long as they're just a good unit and there's somebody cool, I'll be happy, right? I don't really have anybody that I'm particularly like gunning for right now. Like, if we get Rasputin, that's really cool. If we get Wotamine, that's also really cool. If we get a Grand Saber Arthur, I'd probably summon for that. I don't really think there's anybody they could throw out that I'm gonna be like, ugh, this servant, right? Like, I'm not gonna be like, ugh, not that guy. I don't think there's really any way that they could kind of mess it up, although that's famous last words, right? You know, and before it's like, I don't know, like Grand Rider George, and he just gives everybody 1 hit of invincibility or something. I don't know, just something stupid, right? Because I would probably still summon for a Grand Rider George because that sounds really cool. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard for them to probably mess it up. I mean, you could drop your speculations down in the comments down below because people are getting very, very creative and in-depth about like what the shield and the gold branches mean, like tying it to Lost Belt 7, but also being like, this is a very specific shield and it kind of means something. So yeah, be sure to drop that in the comments down below. But the other thing that I think you can actually expect from this live stream is probably going to be the announcements of what the summer servants are going to be this year, because we're in a very similar time frame to the 5th year anniversary, where you guys may remember, because you guys just got this over on the NA version, so more of you guys are familiar with what I'm talking about now. But the 5th year anniversary also showed off the summer servants for that year, at least the first banner of summer servants that year. And because this live stream is basically like, we're in August at that point, and August is pretty much the end of summer, like going into fall, because it's so late, I do believe we probably will get a sneak peek at some of these summer servants, and I'm really curious to see who they're going to go ahead and pull from. I know that they did some polls for who was going to be like, or who people wanted to be summer servants, and I know Morgan was number 1, and you guys know that for like the last 3 months, I've been like raging online being like, if we don't get Summer Morgan, I'm gonna riot. It's looking like chances are pretty good, although then again, last year's summer was, I mean, just a lot of people I wouldn't have expected. I mean, like Summer Anastasia, I'm not mad about it, but I'm like, with her, you know, Summer 3 meme, you guys, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, huh, she would have been like the last person I would have expected for Summer. And Da Vinci Summer, I was like, I wouldn't have expected that, especially as the free-to-play servant. And like Corday, I'm glad that we got, because Corday's adorable, but I'm like, wow, they didn't forget about the bronze servant, so I'm like, good, everybody's on the table. But like even Canis, I was like, okay, Canis is already getting a summer servant, that's really cool. It was just very, very interesting, right? I mean, the say I think was deserved as well. I think Say is super popular. I'm surprised she didn't get a summer servant earlier. In fact, I'm surprised it took her so long. Which, on another note, where's Summer Ereshkigal, dude? Like, Summer Ishtar was year 2, and we're in year 7. So where's my Summer Ereshkigal? Lasengel. So those are the big two that I'm hoping for, right? I'm hoping for Summer Morgan above all else, and then I'm really hoping that we can get a Summer Ereshkigal finally. And then, I don't know, if I could just, like, throw a Hail Mary out there. I know we already have Summer Skahawk, but I would really like a Summer Scotty, because, you know, Scotty and Skahawk are technically different people. Scotty is more adorable than Skahawk, all right? Just face the facts, man. You know, I'm like Gordon Ramsay, right? I can taste the difference between, you know, Skahawk, who is a $100 steak, still pretty good, but Scotty's a $110 steak. My palate is very exquisite. I can taste the difference. But yeah, anyway, I think we will see some announcements for the summer servants and probably some game updates. Will we see speed up button for NP? Will we see skip NP? Will we get red prisms, brown prisms? I don't even know, like, what, blue prisms? I don't know, dude. Like, are we going to get some stuff like that? Probably. We're going to get announcements for GSSR and what it's going to look like this year. If it mirrors how the New Year's GSSR was in any way, the GSSR is going to be a must grab for all players, even if you are free to play. You're going to want to get that, because if you're not aware, the New Year's GSSR was literally split into, like, Buster AoE, Buster single target, and it was, like, split up by classes and everything, right? So it was, like, really easy to get who you wanted. And even if you didn't get who you wanted, like, let's say you were like, oh, I really wanted, I don't know, John Archer, right? Well, there's not another, is there another AoE Archer? I don't think there is. Someone's going to yell at me if there is, but I don't know. Let's just pretend that Zenobia is a 5-star just for the sake of this analogy, right? Because I didn't prepare the analogy, but you'd be like, oh, I didn't get John Archer, but I got Zenobia, right? You know, like, you still get somebody in the niche you're looking for is basically what I'm going on, right? Like, you're like, you got that AoE Archer for, like, the Knights class, right, that you really needed, right? So it definitely helps you out a lot, and it really makes you feel less shafted in a way. So yeah, with all that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you guys would like to participate with me on the live stream, then I will be streaming on my Twitch, which again is linked down in the description down below. Whenever this goes live, again, for me, it is saying July 31st down here. You know, I got my notifications on. I'm ready for when this thing starts. Make sure you leave a like on the video and you subscribe for that daily FGO content, as you know, your boy do be uploading every single day. I will be back from my vacation, by the way, for this live stream, so you can expect the usual setup. I know people for the last couple of weeks have just kind of been putting up with me just having to do the just chatting thing on Twitch because my laptop can't handle me playing FGO and streaming at the same time. So by the time that I get back for this live stream, I will be back home. So streams will be back to normal. Videos will be back to normal-ish, if not better, because of, you know, the improved mic quality that I picked up while I was down here. So, you know, everything should be back to normal, and I'm really looking forward to going through the live stream again with you guys. The 5th anniversary one was really, really fun. Even though we already knew what was going to happen, I think it was just really fun to kind of see the curveballs that your boy Albert and Tucson were throwing at us. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this one because, again, we don't know anything going into it, so it's really, really exciting. I'm trying to contain my excitement. I'm trying not to, like, explode at the seams or anything to, you know, make sure I get it through this video without sounding like a giddy schoolgirl being like, who's the unit gonna be? Oh, like, you know, I'm trying to get through it like a normal person. But yeah, I guess with all that being said, you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will catch you guys on the flippity floppity. Peace late, guys.